Jason Casper. Let me tell you, that man is something else. A true warrior for change. He's the first ever trans non-carbon binary emission gender standards major to ever reach 200,000 subscribers on YouTube.
All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Friday afternoon. God bless everybody in Jesus' name, in the name of Yeshua, Jesus the Messiah. I pray you are all blessed in many ways, as we're going to be discussing today what is actually happening. What is actually happening with this Bitcoin price? As we are in straight chop city. My goodness, it's been crazy. As you can see, we're in a little short trade from the exact top. Bam! All right. We're also in a long trade, guys, that I've been holding since Monday. I've been holding a long trade since Monday from right here. All right. So we're going to see what's going to happen with the Bitcoin price. I've already locked in about $2,700 on the long. About $2,600 on the short, about $5,000. But the truth is, if this long gets stopped out now under the low, I will be giving back about $2,000 of this profit. So it's really going to be about a $3,000 profit in total if I get stopped out of the long trade. But if we keep pumping from here, well, we'll see what happens. Now, as you can see, we're getting a little bit of a move to the downside on the Bitcoin price. We're going to be talking about everything, guys. If you have questions about the price action and what is going to happen next, well, you have come to the right video, my friend. because we're going to answer all the questions. All right, with the simple yes or no answers. Are we going to pump from here? We're going to answer yes or no. All right, so make sure to like, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, because, guys, if we can get 1,000 likes in the first half hour, we will be giving away 1,000 USDT, baby. All right, we'll be giving away 1,000 USD tethers. All right, as the Bitcoin price is chopping around the range. All right, we got to give a major shout to everybody in the house. First of all, a major shout to Preparing for War. God bless you, bro. Shout out to 60 Dick 3, but not sure. Looks like a trigger wave, but not sure. Shout out to J-Boy Bullish with the axe and the snow. Shout out to Iskander. What's up, Jay? Take out the plunger. Man, the plunger fell, but I might have to take it out. Why is the price so indecisive? Because it's Friday. Man, we have been indecisive forever. Shout out to Lord Black Video, who says, God bless Jason and his family. He is a true patriot and Christian warrior. Wow. Well, I appreciate you, man. God bless you. Shout out to Brian. He says, bro, what? Did you catch that wick? Nah, I didn't really catch the wick, bro. But I did catch this wick. I caught this wick up here, right? You guys saw me catch this wick on, what day was that? Monday? Tuesday? I don't remember. I think Tuesday. I don't know. The 17th. Yeah, that was Wednesday? I don't remember. I just added to the trade from up there. I hit a take profit on the trade down at 85K. And then I added a little bit more when we got this next wick here. Yeah, so, you know, but look, it looks cool, right? It looks cool, man. You know, and that's all that counts for YouTube. In fact, that's all that counts in general in life, is how do things look? You know, it's all about manipulating the look, you know? For Twitter and YouTube and all that. All right, major shout out to JassBo125. Shout out to Truta Gunet. What's up, everybody? Good to see such a sick community. Well, in the name of Jesus, may we all be healthy in this sick community. Yes, I was driving. Shout out to Crypt Bro. He says Shabbat Shalom. Well, not quite yet. All right, not Shabbat yet. All right, otherwise we wouldn't be on this live stream right now. Shout out to Jas. Once again says, please like. Really need to win the giveaway for my wife, brother. Well, tell all your friends to come smash the likes, all right? Shout out to Crypto Mall. Shout out to Tommy Fostland Disc Go If. Hello from Norway. Hope for a small pump, then a short down before a big long. Nice. Major shout out to Saved by the Blood Rom 325. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody here right now. All right, shout out to Lord Black Video again with the big amen. Amen. Shout out to Andrew Cameroon 77. He's pointing at me with a thumbs up from Canada. He's shouting out Alex O Crypto, I think, with the otters and the waves. That's what's up. Shout out to Modern Copium. Shout out to Big Butter. Big Butter. That's right, they call me Big Butter because I'm big and I eat lots of butter every single day. You know I be eating that butter. Put it on the toast. I love the butter on the toast. It's what I love the most. Right, shout out to my man Help, who says bears are clapped. Gluten-free. Get away from me. That's what's up. Shout out to Frankie. Shout out to Baris. He says, in fear I buy. Okay, okay. In fear you buy. In fear you buy. That's what's up. Well, let's take a look at the Bitcoin here. First of all, guys, we are in Chop City. This is the 1 hour time frame, as can be seen, and we have just seen an insane amount of signals on the chart. All right, first of all, let's just remember the fact that we have come down to the Fibonacci Golden Pocket Zone / 786 zone. This is the zone that we have been looking at, saying if we're going to get a bounce, this is going to be the place where it's going to have to happen. Otherwise, we're coming back down to 80K. So on Monday, I decided to take a trade from this area, all right? And I was a little scared I was going to maybe get malaria from the area. Don't mean to scare ya, talking about malaria from the area, but I did let everybody know in the Discord that I was taking the long trade on Monday in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. I had taken it long during the New York Open, which I got stopped out of, And then I decided to take another long according to the plan. Of course, this is never financial advice. And here we are, guys. 5 days later, I held the dang trade in the red, into the green, into the red, into the green, into the red, into the green, into the red. Now we're back into the green. All right, sometimes in life you get 3 chances on your high leverage trade. This is one of those times. All right. And so the Bitcoin price has been in Chop City, right? We came down to this area where we found the Fibonacci golden pocket. We look at market cipher B, and of course, big momentum wave, skinny momentum wave, giving us the coveted uneven butt cheek pattern, big on the left, skinny on the right, signaling the long trade. But then, unfortunately, as we came up to the top, to the highs here, we saw as the price was getting higher, the momentum waves now were getting lower, giving us the dreaded upside down Sam Bankman-Fried man boob pattern with the big man boob on the left and the skinny man boob on the right. And of course, as we know, the price came up to the 618 Fibonacci level as we saw Sam Bankman-Fried's uneven man boob, 618 Fibonacci level, aka 618, my high school crush, who of course rejected me because I'm in the friend zone. So as we came up to that 618 Fibonacci level, we take the fib from the high to the low. You can see we're wicking up literally right to the good old-fashioned 618 Fibonacci. We get rejected back down, but as we come down, guess what happens? You'll never guess. The price makes a lower low, all right? But market cipher B momentum waves make a higher high, giving us the coveted uneven butt cheek pattern, big on the left, full of gravy, ravioli, ricotta cheese, and all that good stuff. You know, you poke the butt cheek with a little pin, squeeze out the ricotta cheese, you know, to make lasagna and all those kinds of cool Italian foods. And of course, we get the move back to the upside, all right? But after we get the move to the upside, oh my goodness, would you look at this? It's absolutely crazy. We go to the 12-minute time frame, and you can see that the price is starting to form another little dreaded upside down Sam Bankman-Fried man boob pattern again, which sends us all the way back down to make a lower low. But as we make the lower low, would you believe it? What do we see once again? We see another butt cheek forming down here, giving us the coveted tricheecular formation, 3 butt cheeks, and that has given us a bounce back into the range. All right, so we have seen lots of crazy stuff happen, lots of butt cheeks, lots of Sam Bankman-Fried uneven man boobs. And yeah, we're trading within this sideways range right here. We got ourselves a pretty clearly defined low, a pretty clearly defined high. If we can manage to break out of $90,000, guys, I'd say that's a pretty good sign, because that could be an accumulation range down here. We formed some nice liquidity at these lows, 1, 2, 3 touches of the low. Liquidity grab yesterday, reclaim, back test, boom, pump city, baby. Now we are back in the midst of the range, and we're struggling right now with the value area high. If we can reclaim, yeah, I'd say we could get a move back up towards, if we reclaim $90,000, I'm looking for 94.5. 94.5, baby. I'm looking for that 94.5. Is it going to happen? I have no idea. But if we look at market cipher beyond the 1 hour time frame, I'd say the chances are looking pretty good. Why? Well, the money flow is crossing from deep in the purple into deep in the blue. The momentum waves are getting higher. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 butt cheeks. All right, an octcheecular formation. You've heard of a tricheecular formation where there's 3 butt cheeks. This is an octcheecular formation where you actually have 8 butt cheeks. All right, it's a very crazy kind of anatomy to have 8 butt cheeks, but there are some advantages to it, such as very strong squats, deadlifts, and when you're in the hole, the bottom of a heavy 600, 700 pound squat, the only way up out of that hole is if you have 8 butt cheeks to flex simultaneously to push the body back up. Yes, of course, you're good morning the squat. Yes, of course, it's all butt and lower back, but that's okay, because once you're back up, to a certain level, then you can kind of continue with the rep, breakout, and head your way towards about $94,000 at the top of the range. Now, once again, guys, let's just be clear here. This is a very interesting time in Bitcoin because we have printed a green dot on the weekly time frame, confirmed it. All right, and in 2 days and 7 hours, it will be a whole full week of confirmation. And we know, historically speaking, there has never been a time in Bitcoin history where the green dot prints on the weekly, especially this oversold, and we don't have a local bottom either already in or very, very near. right? Historically speaking, there's never been a time, ever, where either the bottom's already in, not already in, or we get one more fake out, but it's simply just that, a fake out. It's either already in or it's a fake out, right? We could look at some times, like for example, back here, all right, this green dot confirmed, and guess what? Yes, it was a fake out, all right? It was a fake out. What happened? We actually did come back down to the bottom of the range, and we made another little lower low here, right? Let's get our brush tool on. But that was it. It was a lower low with a wick, and then that was it. Like, the bottom was in, right? Basically, the bottom's in. Yes, we played, you know, red dot, green dot, and it took us a long time to chop around in here, but the point is, when you're forming big bottoms on the weekly, you shouldn't expect another 30% move to the downside. You shouldn't expect another 20% move to the downside, right? If anything, we get a little fake out. In fact, if anything, worst case, I'd say, you know, maybe at the very worst, maybe like we come down, take the $73,000 low, get a fake out, maybe around 70K before a bottom is in. That would be putting us maybe like at the worst here, maybe like 12%. You know, I don't think we're going to continue right now with the downtrend. This is just my own personal view based on the weekly. I know a lot of people look at this and say, oh my goodness, it's a bear flag and we're going to come down more. And trust me, I'm one of those guys too, because look, I'm trading it. I'm short from the exact top, the setup given in real time in the Casper Crew VIP Discord on October 6, 2025. And yes, we have a bear flag potentially breaking down with our target down at $63,000, and we're scared. We're screaming. The green arrow says, ah, because it's very scary. I mean, Bitcoin is so scary. I mean, honestly, you want to mess up your cortisol in your body and be full of stress, just get into Bitcoin. All right? Your dopamine cortisol cycles, dopamine at all-time highs, followed by cortisol at all-time highs. All right? It's going to lead you to some crazy disorders. Okay? Next thing you know, you're going to be walking on a treadmill nonstop looking at candles. All right? So, I do believe we are going to see some kind of relief coming in a little bit soon here. And that brings us to some overall, you know, what's the sentiment of the market? We'll take a look at the good old-fashioned Fear and Greed Index right now, popping in extreme fear. 16, my goodness. We are still in extreme fear. Remember, I just want to remind everybody that the last time we were in extreme fear, when was it? Oh, March and April. March and April. What happened in March and April? Oh, a bottom was in. What else happened in March and April? Oh, a green dot on the weekly. Oh, right. Now I remember. It's hard to remember. Okay, so when we see these extreme fear in the market, it usually marks a bit of a bottom. All right, let's see, the time before that was August 2024. What happened in August 2024? My goodness, wow, you're kidding me. A bottom and a weekly green dot? Wow, that's crazy. Wow. It's almost as if when people are sidelined because they sold the bottom and there's a lot of money leaving the market and people are scared, that's when we get some relief. And look, it doesn't matter if we're in a bear market or a bull market. Even in the bear markets, look, you print those weekly bottoms. Guess what? Move to the upside. You print the weekly bottom. Guess what? Move to the upside in the middle of a huge downtrend, right? So there is reason to expect more upside, a few more weeks of upside, given the fact that we've confirmed the green dot and we are in some fear and greed. Now, in the news, according to this Wall Street forecast, Bitcoin is going to climb to $143,000 this year. That's pretty crazy. All right. So basically, an analyst from Citibank is predicting that Bitcoin could climb to around $143,000. When I say this year, I really mean 2026. I already consider it 2026. This is based on the idea that the more money that flows into Bitcoin through ETFs, which that's a big if, because right now money's coming out of the ETFs, the more Bitcoin is going to climb. It's going to pump Bitcoin indirectly, right? Without people actually buying spot Bitcoin, the ETFs are going to pump Bitcoin, right? They also have a bullish scenario, a very bullish scenario of $190,000 in 2026. And they also have a bearish scenario of 78.5 if things go wrong. Now that's pretty weird. 78.5, we're basically there now. So I guess they mean at the end of 2026, we're going to be at 78.5. Now, you know, we'll talk about this a little bit, but basically this forecast assumes that $15 billion in net ETF inflows are going to go into Bitcoin. That's a lot of money. Also, it's assuming regulatory clarity, like passing a crypto clarity bill in the United States that could help with institutional adoption. There's a lot of ifs that have to happen in order for this scenario to play out. Now, we know that, you know, historically speaking, we are kind of heading into bear market territory, right? We've got 2-month bearish divergences. Historically, this is the top every single time. And not only that, we've got the monthly market cipher B below 60, which historically gives us a bear market. Now, I'm not even going to use the word bear market, all right, guys? I'm going to use the term correction and consolidation, because that's really what bear markets are. Let's be real here. This is Bitcoin, all right? Bear markets are corrections and consolidations, right? We look at the Bitcoin chart from inception, and I mean, really, what do we see? We see a massive bull trend with sometimes a yearly, this is the yearly chart, sometimes a yearly purple candle, all right? And so it's interesting that their bearish scenario is $78,000, because my view right now on Bitcoin is that we are going to have a few months of sideways and down. You guys know some of my targets to the downside, but assuming, let's say we don't have much of a pullback because of institutional money and ETFs, let's say instead of our typical 70% pullback, we only end up with like a 50% pullback from the all-time high, you know, 55, let's say 55, that's going to put us, let's just say, in the high 60s. I'm sorry, in the high 50s to backtest the support resistance flip from 2021. All right, let's say this happens, right? Because I'm expecting this to happen by, you know, the summer and the fall of 2026, that would take us right around here. And then by the time, you know, October, you know, November, December, we're back at $78,000. I expect the bull market to start around the fall of 2026. And then you could say, all right, yeah, by the end of 2026, the bearish target from this analyst actually lines up nicely with my bullish target in a sense, because I would expect the low to be in here, right? So it is quite interesting that they have some crazy bull targets if a lot of stuff happens. But if nothing happens like what they're you know, in other words, if their conditions aren't met, if we don't see $15 billion coming to crypto, and we don't see some kind of crypto clarity bill being passed in the US, their target seems to be right on track with the technical analysis, but that's their bearish target. So I do think that is quite interesting. Something else that's quite interesting regarding the crypto world in general is this guy. All right, look at this guy. I mean, is this not the most interesting thing you've ever seen in your life? I mean, that is literally the most interesting thing I've ever seen in my life, you know? I've never seen anything more interesting than this. All right, look at the shape of the lips, look at the teeth. A little bit of a gap right there. All right, just showing you that you don't have to have perfect teeth to make it in the media business. You know what I mean? Now, also, Coinbase expands from crypto to stock trading and prediction markets. This is crazy, man. Coinbase right now is basically becoming poly market. Interesting. The reason why I think this is so interesting is because by expanding, by becoming something similar to Robinhood, right? Yeah, exactly. That's what the article says. It's going to put the cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase in a more direct competition with Robinhood. The reason why this is so interesting is because a lot of people, when they get into trading, they get a Robinhood account, right? They're like, yeah, you know, I just got into day trading stocks. I'm on Robinhood. And a lot of the Robinhood people trade crypto too, right? But they're not really trading crypto. But what this is going to do is I think it's going to get a lot of normies into crypto. It's get a lot of normies into trading crypto. And it's also kind of that merge, right? Between us crypto degens and the normies coming together now. All right, it's gonna give us a lot more interest in cryptocurrency in general. And you know, obviously I don't necessarily think it's bullish in the short term, but I do think it's something in the long term that's pushing us in the direction of keeping Bitcoin bullish, keeping crypto bullish, and pumping our bags for the long term, right? Because we cannot once again lose sight of the fact that even though I do believe we're heading into a bit of a bear market here, the yearly chart, right, guys? There's nothing bearish about this, all right? So if really let's just assume we're still going to trade within some kind of a 4-year cycle, you know, where we pump for 3 years and we have a 1-year pullback, right? And this time 2026 will be our pullback, so 27, 28, 29. 2029, you know, I'm not going to be surprised to see Bitcoin over $200,000, potentially $250,000. And then by 2034, I wouldn't be surprised to see a $500,000 Bitcoin. And that's really only 9 years away. That's so quick. That's so quick. I mean, remember, it's 2026 already. I've already been in Bitcoin for about 10 years. And within those 10 years, I mean, I have seen the price of Bitcoin go from $600 about when I first bought my first Bitcoin on Coinbase back in the summer of 2016, which was right around here, right? Probably around August, September here. I've already seen it go up, you know, 20,000% in that time. And so it is not crazy at all for me to think that Bitcoin could, from where we're at right now, within the next 9 years, go up 500%. I mean, I think that's actually very conservative, actually. 500%, that's not very much. We have seen in this last bull run alone, Bitcoin go up 700%. So now I'm talking 2 more cycles. 2 more cycles for 500%. I think that's more. I think that's more than realistic, honestly. I think that's more than realistic. Right? This is still a very small market when we think about it in the long term, right? Total crypto market cap right now sitting about $3 trillion. All right. This is a small market, relatively speaking. There's a lot more upside right now still for cryptocurrency, especially as we see things like this, right? Especially as more and more people are going to start getting into crypto because they're just being exposed to it, right? It's still a little bit weird, crypto right now. I talk to people, you know, whenever I go somewhere. Where was I the other day? I went to the hardware store. I need some straw for the chickens. They're like, how are you going to pay? I'm like, do you guys take Bitcoin? They're like, I'm like, no, seriously, do you take Bitcoin? I'll pay you with Bitcoin. They're like, nah. You know, I'm like, are you into that at all? They're like, you know, I've heard about it. I've got a friend into it. That's how people talk at the hardware store. I got a friend into it, you know. But yeah, as there's more exposure, you know, people going to be getting into it more and more. All right. The 500,000 bull run will be biblical, says BBL Hotline. 5 waves up needs a deeper correction than any in the past. Right now, you think we need a deeper correction right now than any in the past? You know, I am willing to. Yeah, well, we've entertained the super bearish scenarios here. We're not going to entertain them now, but you guys might know some extreme targets I had to the downside in the event of a big old dumperoni and cheese. All right. But that's kind of where we are at with the Bitcoin price. Again, just to recap, guys, 2-month time frame. This has never happened without resulting in a drop of at least 70%. But we're willing to say maybe this time is different because of the institutional money. The monthly, we have never seen us cross a wave below the 60 line like we did back here in November 2025 without entering into some serious droppage. Right, the last few times that has happened here, let's just mark it out real quick. You know, every single time this has happened since Bitcoin's inception, guys, it leads to some more downside, right? 2014, 2018, 2021, we're right on schedule. Like, we're literally right on schedule for this, right? Now, as we come to the weekly time frame, as already mentioned, we are seeing a confirmed bottom, which means relief is on the way. Relief is on the way. I don't think we're out of the bear market woods, but I do think relief is on the way. Okay, Bitcoin dumping, baby. Let me sniff your sandals. Bitcoin dumping, my goodness, would you look at this, guys? We are dumping down. Now, right now, what has happened on the Bitcoin price is basically a massive liquidity run here. We ripped through these highs. We got a little fake out. We got a fake out of the lows. We got a fake out of the highs. It's crazy, but we are coming right now to the bottom of the range. And here's the thing. In my opinion, if we can't hold this low, we're probably going to come down to the lows around 86.6, which is going to land us right in the Fibonacci golden pocket 786 retracement from yesterday's consolidation. Okay, So let's see what happens here. We got to take a quick look at the order flow. Let's take a quick look at the order flow here. We're going to go, this is our 5-minute time frame. All right. Let's refresh the order flow. Make sure to smash up the likes, by the way, guys. We need to smash up the likes. All right, so here's the order flow. My goodness, wow. Wow, oh wow. Okay, so here's what is happening right now, guys. We actually have some bullish CVD forming right now. We have a lot of shorts opening up. A lot of shorts opening up as price is making higher lows. This is actually for the first time in a long time that we have seen something quite like this. We are seeing some bullish CVD forming here. We have seen a lot of traders open up, a lot of longs and a lot of shorts open up in this last move to the upside. We've seen a lot of trades happening here. This is showing us, this big spike in volume here is showing us that traders are actually putting their money back into the market. After a long period of sitting on the sidelines, we are finally seeing traders coming back into the market, which is quite interesting. So let's see what happens as we are currently, right now, attempting to break down from this support. All right, we zoom in a little bit here, and what do we see? We see, let's see what we see. What do we see? Yeah, look at this. We've got about 5 million. I'm sorry, about 3 million shorts opening up right here. But as you can see, like the CVD is consistently getting lower. It's even lower than it was at this bottom. The open interest is getting higher, showing us that there are shorts opening here, but they're not able to actually to push the price lower. That actually gives me more, I guess, confluence or confidence that if we come down to this area, we're going to see a bounce, right? We could definitely see this area hold here as we are coming down on this Bitcoin price, you know? Let's see what happens here. I might have to open up a fresh new long trade as we come down to here. Let's go back down to our 1 hour time frame quickly and take a look as we are trading within this range. Let's go ahead and pull the volume here. Man, oh man, we got some confluence down toward the value area low. We pulled the fib from the low to the high. We've got ourselves a beautiful box of support right in this area here. Wow. Wow. Oh man, this is making me excited. Let's put on our TPO chart. Let's go down to the 30-minute time frame here and take a little look-see. What's it gonna be, baby? Take a little look-see. What's it gonna be? Wow, single prints. Single prints right here. My goodness, this is looking nice. Honestly, this could be nice. Let's turn off this TPO indicator. Let's go ahead and put on our VWAPs. We're losing VWAP. You know, we might just hold VWAP. Let's see. We might just hold VWAP. You know, a lot of times you get a lot of shorts opening into VWAP and then you get the bounce. Okay. But if we lose VWAP, I have to say, it's looking pretty nice for us to come down into this area. And if we come down to the area, you know, hopefully we don't get malaria from the area, but man, we are dumping now. I would love to get along from there. Let's see. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Bitcoin dumping. Oh man, let me sniff your sandals. This is the first area. This little consolidation here. Let's see. Can we come down a little bit lower? Can we come to the golden pocket? Can we come to the golden pocket? Man, we are up in a little bit of profit. 86,320. We're going to go ahead and 86,320 this. Hang on, it's very difficult. 86,320. We're going to go ahead and if we can come down there, we're going to take out about 14,000 contracts. 14,000. There we go. All right, let's see if we can't hit a little take profit there. Now, obviously, we are at a local support. This is a high volume node here. This is a high volume node right here. And we have just filled all of this. So this is our first support. But for me, I've got my eyes set on something a little bit lower. I don't know if we can get there or not. All right. Let's see what's happening in the moment. Shorts opening up. All right. We've got more shorts opening up. Wow. 3.5 million shorts. 5 million shorts are opening here. Right into support, actually. Right into a local support. Let's see. Again, this is a little high volume node right here. Hang on. Let's do this. Give me 1 second. Gotta pull this back. Yeah, we're bouncing right from the high volume node, literally. All right, this if we lose that high volume node, I think my target is well within reason. Okay, let me drop down to the 5-second time frame. Looks like we're not gonna lose it. Actually, looks like we're gonna bounce from the 5. Looks like we're going to get a little bit of a bounce here. I hope we can come down a little lower to book some profits, but the 5-second is giving us a nice little bounce signal here on Market Cipher B. Let's see if we can't come down to my target. All right, make sure to smash the likes, baby. Can we get a handle? After so much food today, I feel like a barrel of methane ready to explode. I'm sorry to hear that, BBL Hotline. I went on a date last night. All right, that's inappropriate there, Around Town 27. Let's keep it PG, baby. Shout out to my man Spartan Trading X7JM. These chops are crazy, baby. Is that Addis? No, that is Market Monkey. That is Market Monkey. Why is everyone a mod here? Because everyone else left, and the mods are the only people here. All right. It's a beautiful Friday, baby. All right. Shout out to J-Boy Bullish. He says, seeing how Casper Crew is the most jacked crypto community in the world, you are in the right place. I don't know who he's talking to, but it is true. The crypto crew is the most jacked community in crypto. And shout out to Thor in the chat. Guys, that does remind me. Thor reminds me. Okay, so it looks like we're not going to lose that level. It looks like we're going to get a bounce from here. Dang, I was really hoping to come down to that level. It's not over yet until the fat lady sings. We might do something like this. All right. We might be able to get a 1-minute bull div. Right, back test this area. Come down again. Get ourselves a nice... if the 1 minute looks like the 5-second, if we can get a 1 minute to look like this, man, oh man, I'll tell you, if a 1 minute looks like this, then I might have to open up a freshie. Open up a freshie. Guys, if you want to get some eggs today, all right, the coupon code is going to be Pomelo, all right? I'm going to pop it in the chat right now. The code is going to be Pomelo, all right? I'll pop it in the chat right now. Pomelo, all right? Get some eggs in the Discord, all right? Get some eggs in the Discord. Let's see. Let's see. We're coming back to the VWAP. Man, that 5-second, the 5-second don't play. I'm telling you, look at that beautiful 5-second time frame right there. It's just so beautiful. Man, that is perfect. Yeah, let's see if we can come down a little bit lower. All right. We're giving it our best shot. Guys, if you're not familiar with what eggs are the currency of the Casper Crew Discord. Where basically, you know, over in the Discord, every single day, we've got games where we give away eggs. And the reason why you want those eggs is because you can use them to win cash, right? Every single week, we're giving away $350 in raffles. We're giving away VIP Discord subscriptions. And also, if you take a look at the calendar in the Casper Crew Discord, of course, if you're in the VIP, we do $500 raffles. And also, if you're in the VIP, you can use your eggs on game day. And on game day, this is where we're giving away thousands of dollars. It's really fun. It's actually really fun. But every day, we've got some games. The purple and the blue games are to win eggs. The pink game is to win cash. And of course, the eggs give you cash. If you're a VIP Discord member, you get more eggs than non-VIP. All right, to get your eggs today, head on over to Quests. Go ahead and click the claim button and go ahead and type in Pomelo and submit it to get your eggs. And now you can enter some of these juicy giveaways, right? I could even enter right now. I'm going to enter right now for 1 month free VIP. All right, I think I've just entered. I've been excluded. Dang it. I have to talk to the mods about this. I'm excluded. I have a role which excludes me from entering into the VIP. Man, that's not fair. That's not fair at all. All right, so let's see if Bitcoin can hold. Come on, Bitcoin. Come on. Can we hold? Can we hold? I hope it doesn't get old. Might have to open a freshie up in here, or even maybe add to this struggling, sad long trade here. Let's see. We got a super chat in the house. All right, first of all, shout out to Crypto Low Lek. What are those indicators with money flow? You need it? Well, it's funny you asked. That's called Market Cipher. Market Cipher. The best trading indicator in the world. At least for TradingView. Yeah, Market Cipher. You can go get it at marketciphertrading.com. I don't have a discount code, but I do have an affiliate link. If you want to support the channel and give me 15% of whatever you pay for it, you can use my link. And if you're like, screw this guy, then don't use my link. Just go to marketciphertrading.com and buy the indicator. It's worth every penny, honestly. Thank you so much for the super chat, by the way. Shout out to Senor. He says, not for loving broccoli, for all the other reasons. I'm breaking into a conversation here. Are you a loser for loving? Are you a loser for loving broccoli? No, man. Everybody loves broccoli. All right. You can't be a bro at the gym without loving broccoli. All right. I mean, typical day in the life of Jason Casper. He goes to the gym. All right. This is every single day. Every single day, it doesn't change. Goes to the gym, heads right over to the bench press. You know, starts with an empty bar, 10 reps, 135, 10 reps, 185, 3 reps, 225, 1 rep, 315. All right. Get my friend to spot me. You know, he picks the bar up for me. I'm holding it. I'm bringing it down. It's crushing my chest. I bring it down as fast as I can, bounce it off the chest, push up as hard as I can. Feet are going everywhere. Shoulders are out of socket. My buddy's telling me, it's all you, bro. It's all you, bro. He's lifting it up for me as hard as he can. We're pushing it. We get to get 2 other people to come help. Finally, I get it for a good max. I'm feeling strong today. Now, after I do that 1 rep of 315, I immediately go out to my car where I have prepared a bowl in Tupperware of chicken breast grilled, of course, 1 sweet potato, and a whole bunch of steamed broccoli. And you must eat the food within 5 minutes after that 1 grinder rep on 315. Otherwise, you will never build any muscle in your life. All right? You'll be forever weak. Forever. All right? So yeah, you're not a loser for loving broccoli. Not at all. Let's see. Bitcoin is trying. We made a higher low here. Let's go back to Market Cipher. Let's check it out. We made a higher low. We got some triggers. Man, money flow is coming down on the 1 though. Man, I hope we chop here and come down a little bit lower. That's my hope. I hope we chop and come lower. That's my hope, baby. You're a potato? Yeah, you gotta arch your back like a Halloween cat. That's so true. Shout out to my man, Parit Sharma. What's going on? Cauliflower's better than broccoli? Come on. Can I explain why I'm long on Bitcoin? Yeah, of course. I'll explain why I'm long on Bitcoin. Okay, first of all, it goes back to Monday. All right, it goes back to Monday. Actually, it goes back to last week. All right, it goes back to last week where basically we were looking at this. All right, in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, we were looking at this. We're coming down to the area between the Golden Pocket and the 786. We had some potential long setups to take. All right. We actually did. The first one played out. We got a CDW. We dip into the level, get a nice little bounce. Of course, it came back down to make another lower low. As we come back down to make another lower low, there are a few potential trades to take. All right. So I decided to take the trade. All right. So that first one got stopped out. And then I took another long from the zone as per the plan. Right. It was literally my plan to long this area. Of course, it ain't no financial advice. And the reason why is because, look, we're printing a weekly green dot. All right, we're printing a weekly green dot. If we go to the chart, not only are we printing a weekly green dot, but if we look at this entire, whoa, sorry, I don't mean to white phoenix everybody. Look, if we pull a fib from the low to the high, you can see we're bouncing from the macro Golden Pocket 786 zone. All right. So if we're going to make a higher low, it's going to be from this level here. All right. If we're going to make a higher low, it's going to be from this level. So I take the trade. I'm holding it as kind of a swingish trade. But yeah, that's why I actually took the trade from another account as well, but I got stopped out of that that position. that, what's that long trade? Yeah, I did get stopped out of it. So by accident. I got stopped out of it by accident for a small profit. I closed out of it by accident when I was trying to short this. But thankfully, I'm in still from another account. But that's why I'm long. And so right now, my kind of idea is, look, as long as we don't make a lower low here, as long as we don't make a lower low, I know it looks terrible right now. We got bear divs out the wazoo. As long as we don't make a lower low, I'd say there's a potential here that we could now do something like this, right? I think there's that potential now. I think there's that potential. Introverted head and shoulder pattern. You know what I'm saying? All right, we're getting a move down. Come on, baby. We're getting a move down. Don't mean to frown. Let's see what happens as we're coming below 86.6. All right, 86.6. We're coming below. Let's see. Let's see what happens here, man. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. If this doesn't raise your cortisol and your blood pressure, I don't know what will. All right, shout out to J-Boy Bullish. He's got it. He's got the gym. I hope you have a good workout. What's my footprint program? It is... We're dumping now. It is Market Monkey, guys. Market Monkey. All right. Good old Market Monkey. You want some footprint delta clusters? Here you go. All right. Market Monkey, that's the way to go. But I prefer just normal candles. You know? All right. We're getting that move. We're making a lower low. Okay, let's check out Market Cipher on the 1 minute. Oh, man. Come on. Give me more than this, baby. Give me more than this, baby. We need more than this, baby. Come on, baby. We need more than this. We need more than this. Come on, Bitcoin. We need more than this. Just give me a little kiss. We need more than this. We need to take these lows at 86.6. We need more than this. We need more than this. We got to take the lows at 86.6. Thoughts on gold? Pumping, baby. Thor's freaking out, man. I feel you, Thor. Shout out to Barry the Wave. The Rave. He says all his friends have packed it in for crypto. That's bullish. But yeah, it does seem a lot of people have packed it in for crypto. Come on, we need more than this, Bitcoin. We need more than this. Come on, take it down to the golden pocket, baby. To the golden pocket, baby. Shout out to Friendly Talks with Manny. What's up, Manny? How's it going? All right. Shout out to Yossi. Says, what about Ethereum? We'll take a look at Ethereum. How you kill the chickens? I slit the throat. All right. I calm them down. I pet them. I kiss them. I hug them. I praise the Lord for them. They brought me much joy. And then, you know, I hold them upside down by their feet, and I slit the neck with a very sharp knife, and I let them bleed out. It happens quick. You know, some people rip the head off with like a broomstick. I'm not into that, honestly. That's traumatic. That's traumatic. I love chickens, you know. So, we're at a local range POC. Do you think we can bounce? Yep, I do think we can bounce from here. I do. I'm hoping we don't, but I do think we can bounce from here. We do have some bull div on the 1 minute. Looks actually pretty nice on the 1 minute. The 2 minute giving us some bull div as well. The 5 second time frame giving us a really nice looking bottom look here. So yeah, if I was in no trades, I would maybe say, yeah, look at this. We're bouncing right from the POC of this range here with a nice bottom, you know, with a nice bolt home. So yeah, it's not looking bad, I'll tell you that. It's not looking bad. It's looking pretty good. It actually looks pretty good, not gonna lie. It looks like very similar to what happened on the higher term time frames, right? Like, let's go back to the higher term time frames, right? Formed a nice low, we took the low one more time and then pump, baby. So that's what's happening locally here. Formed a nice low, right? Took that low and then pump, baby. I would really love a move down to around 86. Let's see if we can get it. If we reclaim VWAP, I'm going to say we're not going to get it. We're not going to get it. Right? We reclaim the WAP and we're not going to get it. We reclaim the WAP and the price don't stop, baby. There is a potential 83 dude with a lot of lick to be collected. Yeah. There's tons of potentials. You could eat something else that it's not alive. Well, don't worry. The chicken's not alive when I eat it, all right? Shout out to Dylan. Dill Vest Charts. Sorry, it's really hard to read these YouTube names. Yeah, we'll take a look at ETH. You use a machete for the chicken. Interesting. You think that's messed up to kill a chicken that way? What do you think is more humane? To pet the chicken, calm it down, and slit the throat with a very sharp knife that they could barely feel, and then they're just asleep? Or chase them around with a machete? Or use an axe to chop their dang head off? Honestly, it's way more traumatic for the chicken to chop their dang head off. In fact, it's not good for the meat either, because all that stress hormone is in the meat, right? So, but to each their own, all right? And if you eat meat, if anybody eats meat, and you're not a vegan, if you're a vegan, this don't apply to you. If you're not a vegan, you need to kill your own animal and eat it. Otherwise, you don't deserve to keep eating meat, all right? You got to know what's involved in eating meat, right? You go to the bar with your friend for a nice brouhaha, get a 12-piece chicken wing, right? Guess what? That's 6 chickens. 6 chickens that had to get the old... And you're just chilling out, drinking a beer, eating 6 chickens. You got to at least know what went into that chicken, all right? All right, from an Elliott Wave perspective, we don't want that golden pocket to hit for more upside. Well, in that case, then let's pump it, baby. My friend Elliott waving at me right now. My friend Elliott's waving at me right now. He says, hey, yo, Jay, it's your boy Elliott. Hey, yo, Elliott. All right, let's check out Ethereum. We're going to go to the weekly time frame. Let's check it out. Okay, Ethereum, baby. Man, oh, man. This is a very key area for ETH, guys. My goodness. My goodness. Wow, when I see this, all I can say is my goodness. My goodness. Okay, so first of all, we've been watching ETH for a while. Very key resistance, $4,000 Fibonacci golden pocket psychological resistance. We came down, bounced from the 786. You know, in 2 days, guys, if we can close this weekly candle above the previous low, we have made a higher low on the weekly as well. We know on the daily, we are holding higher lows. Let's go ahead and pull the fib from this low to the high. Did we bounce from the 886? We're bouncing from the 786. I'd say, look, there's a real good chance that we see Bitcoin and ETH get some relief from this low that we made this week. If the daily gives us that trigger wave, looking pretty nice. If, you know, the weekly, once again, on ETH, I know people are talking about this red dot printing on ETH getting bearish, but look, whenever in the history of ETH have we printed and confirmed a green dot, even if we get a red dot the next week, where the bottom hasn't been either in or very close? Show me one time. All right, back here, we print the green dot. Guess what? The bottom was literally in. From that green dot, even though we printed a red dot the next week, we never took out that first low. Never. All right, over here, let's check it out. All right, in this case, we printed the green dot, and guess what? We did print the red dot, and we took the low. But it was a fake out. It was a fake out, and then we pumped, right? Let's check out the time before that. All right, we print the green dot right here. All right, actually, the green dot was confirmed right here. We never took out that first low, right? We print the green dot up here. We make a higher low, and then we spend the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks going up, right? So I know that we're printing a red dot and things are coming down, but if we look at what typically happens, and this, by the way, guys, was 2021. This was the beginning of the bear market. We printed the green dot on the weekly. We got a retracement, unable to make a lower low, and then pump. So this is why I'm feeling like, you know, we are at a place for Bitcoin and Ethereum where we could see some nice relief coming in the next few weeks. The next few weeks. All right, we're chopping around in this range. Let's take a look at the order flow. We'll go to our 5-minute chart here. I do have to be honest, this is quite bullish CBD here. You know, this is quite bullish CBD. This actually is looking pretty nice here. This actually is looking pretty nice here. This actually is looking pretty nice right here. This is looking pretty nice. Let's see. Let's see what happens here. $87,064. All right, I'm gonna try and get into a long. If we come back down to the golden pocket, we'll move it up right to that 5-minute order block there. Let's see if I can do it. Let's see if I can get filled. All right, because I'm actually liking. We got both CBD. We got some low time frame divs here, forming a little range, starting to make a nice low. We come down for a higher low, and we could get the break out of here. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Come on, baby. Come on, Bitcoin. What is the chance we go to 80K? I don't even know anymore, Aziz. Look, Bitcoin's been Bart entering the crap out of Bart Simpsoning the crap out of this. I know, right? I know. I shouldn't have shown my stop losses. I know. I usually don't. I didn't mean to, but it was on and it was on. Shout out to New Earth Guardian. He says, yo. Yo. Gary Gulino says, this looks scary, Bitcoin. You're a little salty. Your gold long got stopped out. Long on gold. I mean, let's check it out. Man, gold is crazy on the weekly. Let's go to the 15-minute on gold. Where'd your gold long get stopped out? It must have been a while ago. On the 15-minute, it must have been earlier today. Did that wick get you? This little scam wick? Right after New York opened? Man, the 15-minute even looks bullish on gold right now, but at the same time, I mean, this looks like maybe we'll get another chance here. Let's pull our 50% Fibonacci. Yeah, doesn't it look like we'll get another chance there? I mean, it looks like this looks like it needs to get wrecked a little bit. That would be nice. Just get a little. Let's see if Bitcoin is gonna fill this long order I have at 87,084. Wants money, pull your fib from 85K, says Thor. Do I have any pet fish? I personally, I mean, my wife has pet fish. I do not. I do not. Pull the fib from 85K. 85K? Oh, wow. It's also that... Is this... It's that golden pocket you're looking at, Thor? We've got the 0.5 fib that we're currently at right now. Alright, we're long, baby. We're in a long. Let's see what happens here. Alright, let's see what happens. I might get wrecked. Let's see what happens here. Alright. Let's see. Let's go back to Thor's golden pocket here. Whoa, oh my goodness. Crap. Triple bottom. Wow, that's not good. Triple bottom right here. Wow. Oh my goodness. All right. Oh no. Oh crap. Oh crap. All right. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. We're we'll see what happens here, all right? We'll see what happens. So far, the idea of making a higher low is totally wrong. All right, it's totally wrong. So, we're making a lower low. All right, let's see. Win short on MicroStrategy. I don't know if we can predict when he's gonna have to sell Bitcoin, that's when. The day before MicroStrategy has to sell Bitcoin, that's when to short. All right, that's when to short. We're gonna be able to know when that is. I don't know. Maybe we'll have an opportunity like we did with like FTX. You know, I never shorted FTX or FTT. I never shorted Luna. I know a lot of people like shorted that, say just like easy money, just short the whole thing down, right? But, you know, I never got to do that. So the time to short MicroStrategy would be immediately before Michael Saylor has to sell Bitcoin. Yeah, so all right, guys, make sure to smash the likes up because we have almost 1,000 people in the house. We only have 200 likes. Let's see if we can't get the likes smashed, baby. Can we get the likes smashed? What happened to I'm not buying any more Bitcoin until it drops to 70K? Still the same. Not buying any Bitcoin until it drops to 70K. Not buying any Bitcoin until it drops below 70K. Nothing's happened to it, my friend. Nothing's happened to it. Hedge your Bitcoin portfolio against micro is the move, Jason Casper. Probably. I mean, they're hedging themselves with their cash reserve, apparently. You know, with their cash reserve, apparently. All right, let's close out all this stuff here. Remove all the drawings. All right. Let's see. Let's see if we have any chance here. This is our trade. All right. We're going to shoot for back up to the highs. Actually, you know what? We might as well shoot for 90K or more. Yeah. I'm looking for a move on this one, guys. I'm looking for a bit of a move. Let's see. I want it to be smooth, and I'm looking for a bit of a move. All right. It's not looking the best. Luna equals Lambo. Can we have a pump song with this triple bottom? We might have to. Freestyle time. Look, Infinite Team TA. If you have a beat for me to freestyle over that you think I would feel, you got to drop it in the chat. But you got to also make sure that you put the name of the video in the chat and not just the link, because the link will get. Oh, nice. My friend had a baby. Congratulations. Aw, congratulations. Praise God. Wow. She was 9 pounds almost. That's amazing. Aw. All right, cool. My very good friend, his wife just had a baby. Their first baby. I better text him. Born at home, the way it should be. Born at home, the way it should be. Praise God. All right. Do I pray while trading? It depends. If I'm in the red, I'm praying. Please, Lord, just this one time. If I'm in the green, no, I'm not praying. I say, by my own wisdom and by my own might, I have gotten this money. Just kidding. Sometimes I pray when I'm trading. I pray all the time. I literally pray all the time. I always pray. In my heart, I'm always praying. I'm always so thankful to the Lord. I've been so thankful this entire week so far. I've always got to pray in my heart. The Lord is so good. Sleepless nights coming right up. Yeah, maybe. I'm going to have to teach them the technique, the special technique that all men must know. Which is, first of all, men, you don't have mammary, well, you do have mammary glands, but they don't produce any milk, so that's a plus for you, all right? So when the baby cries, you got to learn the fake sleep technique, all right? Because a woman can't let her baby cry. A woman just can't let the baby cry. It's the hormones won't let it happen. The guys, let it cry. It'll be all right until the morning, right? So you got to learn the fake sleep technique. Also, here's something else you can do, all right? You gotta sleep with headphones in with your phone on airplane mode, but if you get some white noise playing on repeat in your headphones, it tunes out the baby cry, all right? Now, here's something else. This depends on the baby, but my third son, he didn't cry. He didn't cry at all. In fact, he did not cry at all for like the first, probably like maybe 2-3 days that he after he was born. He did not cry. He just like made noise. You know, so some babies, they won't keep you up. And I'll be honest with you, my third kid, he always slept through the night somehow. And when he woke up, because obviously they wake up when they're newborns, he didn't make a lot of noise. He didn't make a lot of noise at all. It was pretty nice. It was pretty nice. Yeah, the old fake sleep technique and the old white noise in the ears, man. Your wife co-sleeps with the baby. Yeah, that's another good thing to do as well. My wife did that at first, but then eventually we decided, you know what? We're not going to do that. But it's a good thing to do, because then the baby, you don't have to get the baby, you know. All right. This is a rap beat to freestyle over. Da Vinci by Odessa. Odessa. Da Vinci by Odessa. Odessa. Let's see. Oh snap, Jason Casper's live. I wonder what he's talking about. Let's see. Ooh, it's creepy. I don't know if I like this. I don't know if I like this, to be honest with you. Ew. I don't think I like this. It's creepy, man. Ew. Sorry, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I'm sorry. It's too creepy, too creepy, too creepy. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. But thanks for the beat, I guess. Shout out to Etima. Gotta just to drop a like but stayed. That's what's up. Let's see what happens with this Bitcoin long we're in. We're just popping into a little bit of a long trade here. What's my short target? My short target, my next take profit on the short is going to be the same stop loss as my long. So if my long gets stopped out, then my short will hit a TP. But the short's already up, you know, $2,600, so I consider it as good as one. I'm not going to show my stop, but the stop's in profit, basically. Shout out to Dave Digital. Turn your feelers back on because that beat was fire. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm sorry, Dave Digital. Look, I'm not a rapper at all. So if I'm not feeling it, that's all I can say. It's just that I'm not feeling it. Let's see if I feel this one. Oh, this is a classic Jason Casper beat. I mean, I've always rapped over this one. Oh, no wonder it's faster than normal, right? All right. I mean, this is something I've always freestyled over this beat. But maybe we could pump up the price a little bit. That's true, I like fresh New York beats. Hey yo, here we go. Jake Casper, listen to my flow. Cornside, baby. Yeah. Hey, listen. Gotta give a major shout out to my man, he just had a baby. And we're still here on the charts. Yeah. Hey yo, another day, another trade. Coming to the charts, you know, just to get paid. I give it to you straight, you know I never give it gay. Cause my name is not Steven, it is Jay. Don't you know I'm so serious, I never play. Outside, blasting off the price into space. Next thing you know, we're coming back without a trace. We got the pace, keep up the race and don't fall back. Gotta give a shout out to my man. Had a baby last night according to the plan. They pushed her out, right at home where it belongs. Now sit back, relax, while Jason sing this song. Yeah, he had a nice baby girl, so dang beautiful, she means the whole world. She will grow up to be a very blessed child. The Bitcoin price is about to get wild, cause we're up $34. And if you're feeling bullish, baby, let me hear ya holler. Cause we pop it, then we rock it to the tippy top it. Don't stop it, market makers wanna swap it, but you know we never drop it, stop it, reverse it, come back to hearse it. Yeah, cause you know we never curse it, we keep our language so clean. You know, JC Casper is the trading machine. Hey yo, it's J Casper in the house. Long in Bitcoin for the Bitcoin bounce. You know, let me take a peek and see if Market Cypher B has any uneven butt cheeks. What do you know? Listen to my flow. We were feeling drunk, we said you go home. Cause the money flow's coming up, the price is coming down. Then we turn around, don't be a clown, you hear the sound. Ka-ching, make a profit, then we never stop it. To the top like me out than Team Rocket. Cause Team Rocket is blasting off again. And we're making so much money with all our crypto friends. When we're driving through the town in our new Mercedes Benz. Looking like we're hanging out with our good friend Ben. He said, Jay, how you do? I said, Ben, relax, I'll take you to the trading school. All you gotta do is buy low and sell high. Take your profit, then the price will begin to fly. I got the blue candles hitting up into my very eyes. Cause you know, we're making profits even if we don't try. So they easy, it ain't cheesy. Looking like we wanna play a game Pakeezy, Kaqueezy. Cause you know we never squeeze it like we're doing it. Gotta split it, don't you know we gotta tweeze it. A piece of wood stuck inside the skin. Bitcoin price, where do we begin? Like the splinter, looking like a flinter. Outside, next thing you know, we got a winter to winter. You tint your windows, it's nice and dark inside. Bitcoin price, lock it in and ride. Taking profits, making so much money. Sit back, relax, you know it isn't funny. Cause we try to take along, then we sing the pump song. Then we pump it up, we do it right and never wrong. Jason Casper, you know he's never short, only long to the song like he's got a thong. Oh my goodness, what did I just say? We're coming to the charts, baby, just to get paid. I give it to you straight, you know I never give it gay. I said it twice, but that's okay, cause I'll do it the same way, just again. Hanging out, my good friend Ben. With a pout, he wants to go to Ren and Stimpy, the old cartoon. The Bitcoin about to pump straight up to the moon. We gotta give a major shout to my friend with the baby. Will he wake up in the night? Maybe. but I gotta tell you just a little secret. You can pretend to be asleep, don't fake it. Okay. That was a decent, yeah, that was decent. Yo, shout out to my man. Are you Lang or Shaw? I'm both, man. I'm long and short at the same time. You have music? Hey yo, major shout out to my man Alex O. He said, Jay, I just want to know, we trade in Asian, you know, AO. The Asian Open coming up, listen to my flow. He said, yo, are you Lang or you Shaw? Jason Casper, hopefully you do not get hard. I don't mean to make fun if you're my man all, but guess what, man? We coming here and we whore, cause you snort like the pig. We rolling in the mud. Jay Casper, the OG crypto thug. You know I got the purple hat, I twist it to the side. I take the lumps and shorts and then I let the profits ride side by side like the water slide. Coming down, feel the tide, rip to the side, to the up, to the slide, to the guy, to the ride. Cause you know we getting married. The Bitcoin pumping up, it don't get carried. Yeah, now who we got in the chat? Get some shout outs, what you think about that? We got my man Alex, he's up here, yo. We got my man Walden, he says, hey bro, amazing. You spit the fire coming out the lips from the dome. Next thing you know, I give a kiss when I'm home. I got my wife and kids, don't you know? We belong to the place where we got the zone. In the zone, traded every day in the States. In the garden, pumping up into space with the trades. You know, the same every day. To the treadmill, coming to the charts to get paid. Yeah, don't you know I never play? I take it so serious, I give it to you straight. Jason Casper outside, another day, another trade. Just to take the profits, then we lock it, then walk it away. My man X21 comes to the chat just to have fun. My man Fly Man Hit says yeah, now I'ma give it to ya, spit it to ya. My man Invest Trader says hi. Jason Casper, he's so fly. For a white guy, doesn't have to try, he got that swag. Cause we taking the long, we make the bag. Oh crap, now we're in the red. Trade is almost dead, negative 0.5%, 84 instead. Lost $12, now let me hear ya holla. Got the Santa Claus coming out in a coat and collar with the red and green, like a trading machine. Jason Casper in the house, if you know what I mean. Here we go, Cryptosphere Columbus, LMAO. You know you're such a rhombus. A rhombus is a shape, I learned about it in school. They said, hey Jay, you're such a fool. You will be a janitor cause you're such a fool. I said, I'll see ya, I don't care cause I'm cool. Yeah, nice flow. I got something in my throat. That was weird. Yeah, yo. He says, say my girlfriend's name. I can't say it, I don't know it, it will stay the same. My man KDG says, nice flow, man. Jason Casper coming through with the land. From the east to the west, from the sand to the sand. Got the plunger and the hat chilling up in my hand. Oh yeah, he says, baby, let's go. Now sit back and listen to the Jason Casper Crypto Show. Alright, look, we're getting a little bit of a pump right now. We're getting a little bit of a pump right now. We're up 60 bucks, baby. We're up 60 bucks, baby. Wow, look at this. We got some evil, whoever those guys are, the Looney Tunes or whatever. Shout out to Alex O. God bless you, bro. Thanks for popping on in. Guys, if you're not subscribed to Alex O, well, go subscribe, all right? Alex O Crypto Channel. Check him out. Go subscribe. Not Alex O'Connor. Alex O Crypto. That's funny. Here we go. The real Alex O. Go subscribe, guys. Let's pump him up to 100K subs, all right? Let's pump him up to 100K subs. Look, he's helping people find peace and purpose through crypto and trading. Can't get better than that. Honestly, can't get better than that. All right? Look at that. I mean, look at this. Look at that. I mean, I want some of that. Whatever that is, Alex O, I don't know. But I want some of that in my life, man. It's a good thing I hit subscribed. It's a good thing I've clicked the bell, personalized, whatever that means. I'll click all. You know, I want to know. I want to know when Alex O is going live, baby. Or when he's posting a new video. Right? Because how am I going to know what to tell you guys if I don't listen to Alex O and then copy everything he says? We're up 100 bucks, baby. Let's see. Don't wear a hat, you will go bald. I don't know. I don't believe that, honestly. I'll be honest. I don't necessarily believe that. It's juicy like the butt cheeks. I don't know. Look, my dad wore a hat and he went bald, but I'm not going bald. All right. I've got a pretty good hairline here. I'm 35, about to be 36. I feel like if you're gonna go bald, it happens in your early 30s. I think if you make it to 36, you're not gonna end up with that male pattern baldness as much as you're just gonna end up with, you know, the slow and steady, like, older man hairline. You know what I'm saying? So, but we'll see. I like a hat because I cut my own hair, and usually my hair looks like nonsense. All right. Restrict blood flow and low vitamin D with hat. All right, maybe. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Shout out to my man Alex O. He says we're the same age. Good hairline. Alex O. He's got a good hairline too. All right. It must be trading, Alex. It's such a non-stressful job that it keeps your hairline nice and, you know. All right, so not quicker. It's 45, been wearing hats his whole life. I mean, almost always have a baseball hat on. Well, what's your hair like, quicker? Do you have hair or not? Have I heard of falling in reverse? Of course, I've heard of falling in reverse. You mean Ronnie Radke? That's what you really mean. Of course, we've all heard of falling in reverse. Who hasn't heard of falling in reverse? I mean, look, if you're an ex-scene metalcore type kid, like myself, coming up in the, you know, the early 2000, the late 2000s, early 2010s. I mean, come on. Yeah, I know, it's so not stressful, right, Alex? It's the most relaxed job. I don't know why everyone's not a trader, you know? You wear your hat when you sleep. Interesting. All right, Quicker's not going bald. That's good, all right? Who's my favorite metal band? Is it Killswitch Engage? Nah, it's not Killswitch. It's not. Although I don't know. I don't know what my favorite metal band is. You have to ask me through, like, what age was I, and I'll tell you my favorite metal band. Right now, I don't even know if I have a favorite metal band. I don't really listen to metal anymore. I don't really listen to music anymore, really. It's weird. I'm a weird guy. The price action is so zen. I know, especially lately, right, Alex O? Just those fast, insane pumps and dumps. Yeah, nah, Killswitch Engage is a great band. We listened to The Rose of Sharon live the other day. And, I like Killswitch Engage. I do. Who doesn't like Killswitch Engage? It was so weird. We played Killswitch Engage. People were like, this is demonic. I'm over here crying because Rose of Sharon always makes me cry. That song makes me cry. It's just such a heartfelt song. Can I do one-arm push-ups? You know, I never have tried. I used to do one-arm pull-ups a lot when I was in 8th grade, 9th grade. That was like my goal. After being like super obese and fat and getting into shape, my goal is to do one-arm pull-ups. I finally did do that. Where I like held on like this. Like one arm like this. Never could do a one-arm push-up. Never really tried to. I've tried to, but I've never like focused on making that a goal. Yeah, the whipsaw is pretty nice, says Alexo. Reminds me of the old seesaws I used to break my balls on. Oh man. Yeah, I think they don't put those in parks anymore. What's this? Oh my goodness, look at that crazy machine. That is the craziest machine I've ever seen, man. That could wreck a whole city. Shout out to Preparing for War. I like this idea a little bit, Preparing for War, but I hate AI. Maybe we should all just get really good at music and make our own music. You know? You got liquidated, Spicy Noodle. I'm really sorry to hear that, Spicy Noodle. Can I freestyle over? Never gonna give you up. Nah, I don't think that's worth a copyright strike. Anyone? Yeah, prepare for wants to know, does anyone actually buy music anymore? Meaning, do you actually go to a store and buy a physical album? Because I buy albums like on iTunes. Was I a The Rev fan? Well, I'm not a drummer. If you're referring to the Avenged Sevenfold drummer, I'm not a drummer, but I do have to say there's a period in my life where probably Avenged Sevenfold was my favorite band, alright? I'll admit it here. Everyone has to admit it. Everyone has to admit it, even if you publicly hated Avenged Sevenfold because they sold out or whatever, they changed their genre or whatever, or because you just couldn't get behind the corny names and stage makeup and all this. You have to admit, you secretly loved Avenged Sevenfold. You have to admit, Avenged Sevenfold was amazing at writing good songs, and they were good at their instruments. And they really were a unique, very good band. Alright? If that's what you're talking about. If you're not talking about that, then I have no idea what you're talking about. Alright? Shout out to my man Crypto-rific. That's so funny. A little dropping some bars in the chat. You know you liked Creed. You know, I'll be honest with you, I don't even know one Creed song. I honestly don't even know. I don't even know one Creed song. Maybe if I heard it, I would recognize it, but I don't know. You haven't heard of 6 Juanita in a long time? Oh, she's still here, man. Yeah, she's here. We were talking about her earlier today. Good old 6 Juanita. Very nice to meet you. Shout out to Alex, though. God bless you, man. Have a great weekend. What do I think about Tool? I mean, I appreciate Tool for the progressive nature, but I was never into Tool. I'm sorry. Linkin Park? Of course, I love Linkin Park. Shout out to Rib Prime. He says, at least you seized the day. I like it. Nah, I do like Linkin Park. Linkin Park is the first album I ever owned was Hybrid Theory by Linkin Park. I remember the first time I heard the song One Step Closer. I was at this is so apropos to the time, all right? Now I'm 10 years old, okay? 10, it's the year 2000, all right? I'm riding my Razor scooter with my friend Mike at the elementary school playground, all right? And his friend Billy had one of those old school portable CD players that ran on D batteries, and he put in the Hybrid Theory album, and we were riding our scooters, and I remember hearing that song. I'm like, man, this is such a good song. I need to hear it again. I need to hear it again. I'm like, what's the name of that band, man? They told me. And I told my parents, I want this CD. And they got it for me. I was actually kind of surprised. But anyway, they got it for me. And a few things that no one cares about. Thing number one is, until I had the CD of my own, I had only ever heard it from crappy sound systems, right? So I remember the first time listening to the CD on a CD Walkman, and the first thing that really struck me was the bass. I'd never heard the bass before. And I didn't know what was bass at the time. I'm a 10-year-old kid. I didn't know what bass was, right? But I'm like, man, this is like way better somehow. Didn't know it was the bass, right? And then that's thing number one that nobody cares about. What's thing number two? Thing number two that nobody cares about is, as I got older, I eventually got into like the music industry to a certain degree. And, you know, I've been on the side of writing and recording and touring and all this stuff and being in the studio and trying to write songs and all this, right? And so a lot of ways that jades you because, you know, you realize a lot of things about music that you don't think about when you're a kid, right? But I have to say, when I go back and I listen to that album, Hybrid Theory by Linkin Park, judging it objectively from a songwriting and production standpoint, that album was absolutely amazing. Excellent songwriting, like excellent, amazing, just little details, amazing. And then the production is so ahead of its time. Like, you go back and you listen to all these new metal bands from the early 2000s, and their production in the studio is nowhere near what Linkin Park was doing. I don't know how they were doing it. This is before Pro Tools and all that, right? I mean, it was on a whole nother level. And to this day, when you listen to it, it sounds good. Like, you go back and listen to some old new metal bands. Is that a oxymoron? Old new metal? They sound like a joke. I mean, they literally sound like a joke. It sounds like some kids in their garage, you know? The songwriting's trash. The production is trash. You didn't notice it when you were a kid. It all sounded the same to you. But go listen to Hybrid Theory. Listen to us on some good speakers. That album was ahead of its time in many ways. Honestly. Remember Buckethead? Of course, man. I like Buckethead. You know? What's my take profit for the long? Well, my take profit for this long is actually going to be probably coming up back towards $90,000-ish or more, right? I'm looking at this as hopefully we bounce from here, and if we don't, then my long gets stopped out with a take short profit. So it's basically going to stop me out for a break even, because I think I'm going to make about $400 on the short take profit, and I'll lose about $400 on the long. It's going to stop me out for a break even. Do I have IAM speakers? I actually don't. So I guess I kind of caught myself in a little bit of a conundrum here, because when I say good speakers, I mean at least some of these, at least some Apple earpods. That's about as good as speakers as I got. Oh man. But I mean a speaker where you can hear all the stuff. Not like sometimes you're in your car or you're on your phone and listen to a song, or a nice Bluetooth speaker. My wife has this Bluetooth speaker that somehow it sounds amazing. I don't know how. The first cassette you bought with your own money was Nirvana, Nevermind. That's cool. I was a little too young for buying cassettes. By the time I was able to buy music, it was all CDs. All right. Well, man, I hope this long trade plays out, man. But I think I'm gonna wrap it up here, guys. I think I'm gonna cut the stream because I don't really have any other TA to do, and now we're just talking about music. So, but God bless you all. Hope everyone has a wonderful weekend, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.